Struggling to keep track of your WIC benefits on the go? Discover the easiest way to check your Minnesota WIC balance directly from your phone. Welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today because we've got a fantastic and honestly incredibly practical topic lined up. Today, we are mastering the Minnesota WIC digital toolbox. We're going to walk step by step through exactly how you can manage and check your WIC balances right from the palm of your hand. Because let's be real for a second. Trying to remember exact food quantities, wondering if you have enough cereal ounces left for a specific box, and doing all of this while navigating busy grocery store aisles with kids in tow, it can be really stressful. But don't worry, because today we're going to discover the absolute easiest ways to check those balances and take that stress completely out of the equation. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our quick roadmap for today. We'll be covering the WIC tracking challenge, using the mobile app, calling the automated line, accessing the web portal, troubleshooting common issues, and we'll wrap up with some smart WIC shopping tips. Section 1, the WIC tracking challenge, why checking your balances matters. To really understand why checking balances is so absolutely crucial, we kind of have to look at how WIC is fundamentally different from general EBT or SNAP benefits. You see, while SNAP gives you a rolling cash balance that lasts for months, WIC operates on a strict, quantity-based 30-day cycle. It's a use-it-or-lose-it system. You're prescribed precise ounces of cereal, specific dozens of eggs, or gallons of milk, and if you don't use them within that exact 30-day window, they expire. You lose them entirely. Because of this non-rolling, highly specific system, checking your real-time balance isn't just a nice convenience, it's essential to making sure you're getting the full nutritional value of your benefits. Section 2. Tool number 1, the My Minnesota WIC app. This native mobile app is hands down the most feature-rich method for tracking your balances. Setting it up is super straightforward, but there are some technical requirements you should know about right out of the gate. First, check your phone's operating system. If you're on an Android device, you just need version 6.0 or higher, which covers almost most phones out there today. But if you're on an iPhone, the app requires iOS 16.6 or later, and this is a real digital equity challenge to note. If you're using an older device like an iPhone 7 or earlier, Apple actually doesn't support iOS 16 on those phones, meaning the app, unfortunately, just won't download. But if your phone does meet the requirements, simply head over to the App Store or Google Play and grab the My Minnesota WIC app. Now, what's really interesting about this app is that unlike most apps where you just throw in an email and a password, the WIC app connects directly to the state's secure database. So to register, you need your WIC household ID. You can usually find this printed right on the back of your physical card or on your clinic paperwork. Then you'll enter the last 10 digits of your card number, and finally you give the account a custom name. This custom naming feature is a game changer. It literally means foster parents, legal guardians, or multifamily caregivers can register multiple household profiles on a single smartphone and easily toggle between them. Once you're in, checking your balance is as easy as tapping the benefits icon. But the real magic? That happens at the grocery store with the app's Food Finder barcode scanner. You just scan an item's UPC code with your camera, and the app instantly does the math for you, giving you a simple color code, like a traffic light. Green means it's a WIC-approved item and you have enough balance left, so toss it in the cart. Yellow means, hey, the item is WIC-approved, but unfortunately your specific household doesn't have enough of that benefit left this month to buy that package size. And red? That means the item simply isn't on the state's approved product list. I do have to give you a crucial heads up, though. There is one major exception to the scanner: fresh produce. Fresh fruits and veggies use PLU codes, those little stickers on apples or bananas, and they're often sold by weight, not by standard UPC barcodes. Because of this, the app's barcode scanner literally won't work on fresh produce. Instead, you'll want to use the app's special fruit and vegetable cost calculator, where you can manually track your cash value benefit as you shop. Section 3, tool number 2, calling the automated line. Okay, so what if you don't have a smartphone? Or what if you're shopping in a store with absolutely terrible cell service and no Wi-Fi? Well, this next tool is a foolproof telephonic gateway that works anytime, anywhere you have a basic phone signal. All you have to do is dial the toll-free number 1-833-566-5248. The automated voice system will prompt you to enter your full 16-digit WIC card number, followed by your 4-digit PIN. Once you're authenticated, the system just reads out your exact remaining balances right over the phone. And honestly, you'll want to save this phone number in your contacts for sure, because it's used for way more than just checking balances. In fact, if you are a brand new WIC participant, you actually have to call this hotline to set your very first 4-digit PIN before you can even use the card at a store. It's also the exact number you call if you accidentally lock your card after 4 wrong PIN attempts at the register, or if you need to immediately freeze your account because your card was lost, stolen, or physically damaged. Section 4. Tool number 3. Accessing the web portal. This is the perfect middle ground digital pathway. Let's say you have internet access, but you just don't want to install another app taking up space on your phone. On any mobile browser, just type in wiccard.mn.gov. This URL acts as a direct redirect to the state's backend database portal. You just enter your 16-digit card number and your password. Once you're logged in, you can view all your active balances in a really clean visual layout. Plus, uniquely, you can look deeply into your historical purchase ledgers to see exactly when and where your benefits were spent. Section 5. Troubleshooting common issues. Now, tech is great when it works, right? But the crucial point is understanding why errors happen when they do. Let's look at some real-world troubleshooting scenarios. A lot of folks get an invalid card error when using the EBT Edge app, or they might get a household ID not valid error when trying to set up the My Minnesota WIC app. These errors are almost always caused by a simple mix-up between different state benefit programs. So, here is the definitive solution to that problem. In Minnesota, WIC and SNAP operate on completely 100% separate administrative and digital systems. You cannot use the general EBT Edge app or mnbenefits.mn.gov to check your WIC balance. If you put a WIC card number into the SNAP system, it is always going to say invalid. You must use the dedicated My Minnesota WIC app or wiccard.mn.gov. And regarding that scenario where your card gets locked at the register because of 4 wrong PIN attempts, do not ask the cashier for help. Retail cashiers physically cannot unlock your card. You've got to step aside and call that 133 hotline we discussed earlier to reset it. Section 6. Smart WIC shopping tips. All right, so you know how to track everything, but how do we make the actual checkout process as smooth as possible? Well, when you check out, the cashier is going to give you what's called a midpoint receipt. This receipt shows exactly what the WIC system is agreeing to pay for before your final total is calculated. Review this carefully. Sometimes an item that verified green in your app won't process at the register simply because the store's local computer hasn't updated its database yet. If an item doesn't scan as WIC allowed, press no on the keypad, ask the cashier to remove it if you don't want to pay out of pocket, and take a quick picture of the item in the receipt. You can actually share those photos with your local clinic staff so they can get the state's tech support to fix that store's barcode issue. Also, this is incredibly important to remember. Despite having all this amazing digital tracking tech right in the palm of your hand, federal WIC regulations do not support Apple Pay, Google Pay, or any in-app mobile payments. You literally cannot pay for your groceries by tapping your phone. You must always bring your physical magnetic striped e-WIC card to swipe at the register. So let's do a really quick recap of best practices. Number 1, always bring your physical e-WIC card. Try to shop early in your 30-day cycle so you aren't rushing at the last minute and risking losing those benefits. Keep a close eye on the Message Center tab inside the app. It's super helpful and will proactively alert you when benefits are about to expire and even remind you of clinic appointments. And finally, if your card is lost or stolen, while you can freeze it over the phone, you must go physically in person to a WIC clinic to get a replacement card issued. And as always, I do need to provide a quick professional reminder. The information in this explainer is accurate as of its creation date. Policies can and do update, so always check the current state guidelines and contact Minnesota WIC support if you need specialized assistance. I'll leave you with this final thought. With your digital toolbox now fully equipped, how much time, money, and stress are you going to save on your next grocery run? Knowledge really is power, and knowing exactly what's on your card gives you the ultimate confidence to shop efficiently. If you found this explainer helpful, please hit that subscribe button for more valuable benefit management tips. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and happy shopping!